Hello everyone, I hope your January is going well so far. As I said in my last video, I asked all of you to submit a question for my author Q&A, which at least one of you did. As such, I shall put as much as I can into this one question, because, I must admit, it is a good one. This question comes from JT Thornton, who asks, what influenced you to start writing? Is there going to be a sequel to Lion's Claw? Looking forward to Alpha in 2021. Happy holidays. First off, happy holidays to you, even though it passed already, but let's not sweat the details, it's the thought that counts. First, I would like to start by saying, who hasn't been influenced by the fantastic works of J.R.R. Tolkien and his legendary Lord of the Rings books? Those stories are invoked by fanfiction of creating new worlds within written works. Ones with stories and characters that make those worlds feel alive and connect with the reader in new and interesting ways. Another influence I have is one involving the Wardstone Chronicles series of horror fantasy novels by Joseph Delany. If any of you have seen the film Seventh Son, these are the books that the film is based on. I highly recommend them too, provided that you're into horror and fantasy. I also like the seriousness in which the situations in these books are treated. I genuinely felt scared and concerned for the characters, and I wanted to reflect that in my own work. I care about my characters, and I want my readers to have the same kind of care as well. On a different kind of influence, I also have to turn my attention to one J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series. There is no doubting the popularity of the franchise and its impact on pop culture, and it was all thanks to Rowling and her determination. I've heard many stories about how her first book was rejected time and time again by many publishing companies, until eventually she found one that saw promise in her work. I've trained myself to deal with the same kind of rejection, because I know I will eventually find someone who will find promise in my work. On a smaller scale, I was also influenced by my family, who inspired me to write down my stories instead of keeping them locked up in my head, and I humbly thank them for that. That is what inspired me to become a writer. They've given me so much support, and I want to show them that their support is not wasted. Now, as far as sequels are concerned, I'm happy to say that yes, Lion's Claw will be getting a sequel. In fact, the second in my planned trilogy. I can't reveal too much about it, but what I can say is this. It will take place a few years after the first Lion's Claw book, and it will find Rio returning to Felindria to face off against a new threat. What is this new threat, you ask? Well, that's something you'll have to find out for yourself. Lastly, I'm glad you're excited about my next novel, Alpha. I'm excited for it too. In fact, I've already finished the final edits. I'm currently trying to find a literary agent who will be willing to represent me in my work. If you wish me luck on that, then thank you kindly. I would also like to thank you for submitting your question, and I encourage others out there who have read my works and are curious about my works, or who have read my works, to submit questions to a Q&A that I will do in the future. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I wish you a good rest of the year. I'll see you soon.